Bro, can't a guy just get a good game of Tetris? What's the freaking deal? Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Bet you didn't think I was going to say it again. Hey, everybody. Bet you're all saying hi back right now. But I can't see because I'm locked in. But you would do that, wouldn't you? You polite little viewers. Polite little chatters. You would say hi back, wouldn't you? You might even say, sorry to hear about how snowy and clod you are. Hope you warm up soon. You would say that, wouldn't you? Hold on. Hold on, I gotta get serious. I'm getting serious, I'm getting serious. Oh yeah, we're going for a T-spin. Yeah, we're going for a... No, I didn't mean to do... Whatever. T-spin double. Just give me one line, baby. It was decent. It was decent. Wait, I gotta catch up on chat. Hold on. Wait, oh, let's see if, check it out. You know what? The background here makes it kind of hard to read, actually. You know, I didn't really consider that. Oh, unless you use my username. If you use my username, then it highlights your message. And then it's fixed. Yeah, that's interesting. You know, I think it wouldn't be an issue if it weren't for the fact like that already makes it way more readable. On top of that, this just happens to be a noisy area because it's my CD collection and it's a bunch of lines of dark and lines of white. But that's like already better. I think it's just because it was very light with the light on. You know what I mean? And now I'm orange. And now I'm orange. And now I'm literally orange. Thanks for all the compliments. Looking swag. Hair looks good. I love the little chat blobs. You're dressed like a father who works at a library. Okay. Okay. Never mind then. Well. No, it's fine. That's okay. Yeah, you can... No, I'll take that one. I'm wearing a jacket indoor, or a coat really indoors, because I had to record a little something. So you know, if you were tapped into the Discord, you already know this little lore drop. Tapped in, or sorry, if you were tapped in, you know I had to turn off my heat because it was blowing too loud and I had to record something. I didn't want the background noise, so I turned it off, and I never turned it back on as I was like editing and stuff. So I was working for a while, and boy, did the cold seep in quickly. I mean, I started shivering my timbers in a short amount of time. So now we're in the process of warming back up right now. But then the goose will be, the goose will actually be caged still. So There's no freeing this goose. We love librarians. I think it looks swag. Okay, cool. Fire. Thanks for the clarification. Just got an ad. Thanks. You're supporting the channel. Insulation-free house. Well, there's a lot of windows in this room, and excuse me, and not all of them have curtains. Let's just put it that way. So, and there is like a foot of snow outside my window right now. Like it imagine if you were basically in an igloo that had paper, like a paper lining on the inside of the igloo, and that's the current environment. That's the current status. So, how's it going? Chonglu, French iced tea, Pinkerton, what's up? Guys, I'm not doing anything tonight, so I don't know why there's so many viewers. I literally, it's snowy, I'm Claude, let's be goofy. That was my stream title. That is my stream title. And you know what? The masses have flocked. Show us your CDs, pleek. Hey, clarify what you mean by pleek, and then I'll consider. I'm already considering. I'm already doing it. Prize possession right here. Do I even need to explain? Is this even something I need to explain? Vampire Weekend, Oxford, comma. That's not the name of an album. It's a single. But it's also, for some reason, it's like the radio single version, so you can't really read it very well, but it says clean edit. But anyways, Vampire Weekend, Oxford, comma, track from their first album, self-titled album, Vampire Weekend, signed by all 4 members of the band. Let's do a little ASMR. Let's. Ezra, Rostam, Batmanglij. Rostam Batmanglij. Okay, wait, I'm done now. I got too into that. I forgot it was a bit, and I forgot that I had to stop after the first one. You do look like a Vampire Weekend guy. Is that? Whoa! I wasn't reading the chat. I was too locked in. Is that a radio single? He just knew. They just knew. Dude, I'm never beating the allegations. I didn't even... Canceled live. No, it's crazy. No. I gotta end stream. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. Dude, it's actually crazy at this point. Hey, there's more... Did you hear that? That was a new... So I actually didn't change most of the alerts. By the way, thank you. Holy moly. Thank you, Matto Matty. Thank you, Matto, for the gifted sub to Micro Go. Congrats, Micro Go. Yeah, that's... I didn't change... I, didn't have time to make all new, animations or graphics. But I... There you go. There's the one that I did do. I changed the sound effects for all of them. But I'm gonna some other time when I have time I'll think up some new animations to do. Anyways, thank you, Scrunch, for the gifted sub. I misgender you live, and then you subscribe to me. It's just that easy being a content creator, really. The world bows down to you. Anyways, more CDs. I'll just go top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? This one's really stuck in here is because it's a fat uh, in a non-judgmental way. It's just kind of a chunky guy. This is Minecraft Beta Edition. Really awesome disc paint, by the way. This guy has got all your classics like Moog City 2, Area Math, my personal favorite, to be honest with you, and all of the discs. Any cat fans in chat? Any chirp fans? Hey, any Meloki fans in chat? Let me know. I also have Minecraft Alpha. It's right above it or below it. So. Get this guy back in here. He's a little chunky. He's a double disc. That's what they call him. Guys, it's not going in. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Let's see. Below my C418 collection, which consists of those two. Here's an import. Here's our first import of the night. This is Mario and Luigi RPG. For my American viewers, this is the Mario and Luigi series, Bowser's Inside Story, Superstar Saga, and Partners in Time. I said those as out of order as possible, but you get the idea. It's soundtrack. It's songs from the 3 soundtracks. It's sort of like a selection. It's not the complete OST. But this one's cool. Bought it from eBay from some Japanese person, I guess. It was a Club Nintendo reward back in the day, only for Club Nintendo Japan, but it even has the Club Nintendo, a little, I mean, obviously, because that's the cover, but you can see, it's very cool. It was pretty expensive. I think it was like $60. But this is like my favorite game series probably of all time. Do you have the Super Mario 2 soundtrack? Yeah, hold on, I got that one. Let me pull that one out. So, here's Super Mario 2. What are we doing anymore, guys? Is this Mario in 2013? This is what Mario is gonna look like in 2013, guys. Are we kidding me? Are we kidding me? What is this? Is that Chris Pratt? What's going on? Are those the Mario Brothers? Is plumbing their game? Like, what's going on? Are they like the others who get all the fame or not? Or like what? I just don't get it. This is a double disc of the Brian Tyler original motion picture soundtrack. It's actually fire. Say what you want about the movie. I'll probably agree with you. It's not the greatest movie I've ever seen, but Brian Tyler cooked. What just happened? Am I in heaven? What just happened to my webcam? Apologies, any epileptic users. I didn't know that. I think it was trying to. I think it got like stun locked because I did this number. Okay, right, and it was like the reflection of it, and it was like trying to adjust for the light. I have no idea. It was that was a special moment. All right. Wait. Should we continue on this trend? Hey, one's in chat if we should continue on this trend. 2 if you want something totally different. A totally oddball disc. Let me know. Cook so hard it sent shockwaves. That's what I'm saying. Brian Tyler with that set, guys. I would play it for you live if I could. But I don't want to get DMCA'd, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing 1s and I'm seeing 2s. Can we get a count? One, but only Mario. Okay, I think one has slightly edged out two. I think it's slightly edged out. we're gonna actually do I? Oh, I do have another Mario. Well, yeah, we'll go through this one. It's another import. It's another import, to be totally honest with you. Only released in Japan. But I mean, like, the store let me buy it and ship to the U.S., so it's not like that crazy that I got it. This was released recently, shortly after, like a year after, I think, the remake of Super Mario RPG for the Nintendo Switch. Another great soundtrack by the same composer, Yoko. What is it? Shimomura? Hold on, let me fact check. Is that her name? Yoko Shimomura. I got it exactly right. Anyway, she composed Mario and Luigi soundtrack, Mario and Luigi series soundtrack. So, same composer. Also, by the way, composer for Final Fantasy. I don't know if it's all of them. I'm not a Final Fantasy guy, but Square Enix composer. This one's got some cool art. And it's another sound selection. I don't think it's literally every track. Maybe it is. No, it's not. She put some like commentary on it, but it's like it has, I think, some of the old tracks, like the original SNES tracks, as well as some of the new remade tracks, if I'm remembering correctly. There's 2 discs, so pretty fire. But more importantly, guys, it won't go in. Okay, I got it. More importantly, hold on. Yeah, by the way, I hope you're taking down notes, because this is all is going to be on the quiz. Everything I just said. What was the name of the composer? You have 3 seconds, chat, and don't look at other messages. Don't. What's with all the question marks? Yeah, I'm fine. It wasn't fitting. I had to. I'm good now. I got it to fit. Shigesato Itoi? No. That would be the creator of Earthbound, though. And it's kind of funny you say that, because how many are we up to now? Counted 3 imports. Now this is a special one. This is a special one because I don't know if you can see it, but it's a misprint. It says Ma 3. It does not say mother. It's supposed to say mother. It says Ma 3 too. But I looked it up. Starmanforums.net, okay? And other people got it too. So I don't think I'm special. But this disc is special. Why is chat freaking out? Come on, it's a normal stream. You look like an English teacher, not a librarian? That's a compliment. You know who else used to be an English teacher? Ezra of Vampire Weekend. I hope you're all taking notes on this. Yeah, it's a great let's find a good song while I talk more about Mother 2. What are we feeling, chat? Kraken of the Sea. I'm a big fan of that. I'm glad you mentioned it. Okay, so it's not loading. I clicked on the song, it's just not loading. No, I really did. It's just not loading. This is a little disappointing. Which one of you in chat is currently DDoSing? Oh, there we go. Who's getting glorpy? Is anybody else getting glorpy, or is it just me? Is anybody else getting funky right now? Or is it just me? I mean, don't let me get funky alone. Come on, guys. Can we get glorps in the chat? Can we get Glorpy? Check it out. I always keep these. The little banner in a Japanese CD, the little banner that comes in the plastic wrap. And look, they spelled Mother 2 correctly on that one. Yeah, this is another sound selection from the game. And then there's like 3 medleys. PSI mixes, as they call them at the end. Anyways, that's my entire video game soundtrack selection. So now we have to move on to something else. So 2's in the chat if you want to move on to something else. We literally have to. That's it. That's all I had. So 2's in the chat. Let's see, what's chat saying? 1. Okay, we'll have to do something different then. I'll show you a soundtrack I really want. Check it out. Check it out. Oh, even better. All 4 of these, check it out. Who's gonna donate? Who's gonna donate to me? Let me know. Let me know. Okay. Unfortunately, we have to pivot now. Unfortunately, we have to pivot. Oh, let's get an escape room going. Okay, should I stop with the CDs? Is it too much? I didn't click that. It just finally loaded from the other page. I didn't mean to scare you. I didn't mean to scare you like that. No more. Are we done with CDs? Oh yeah, I lost 4 viewers. Oh no. Oh no. CDs and escape room cam? I'll go through my CDs while I'm going through an escape room. Like, check it out, guys. Here's Phoenix Bankrupt. By the way, does anybody remember what red was? Is red 13 or 14? What was the math equation we were doing? That's what it's going to be like. Oh, by the way, yeah, it's Bankrupt by Phoenix. Did anybody write down blue? Does anybody? Yeah, if we start an escape room now, we will not go to bed. That's true. I said there's going to be a late, short stream. And I also said that I was going to work on a thumbnail live. None of that has happened so far. But I'm enjoying this little. I'm enjoying sharing my interests. Yeah, this is one of my. I have 4 now, I think. 4 Phoenix albums. Do we have any Phoenixers in the chat? Nobody reacted when I showed it, so I'm guessing not. But that's okay. That's okay, you know. Just, check it out. Let me put you on. This one is a great album. It's also a white label promo CD. Check it out. And you know what? That wasn't intentional because my dad got it for me as a gift. He had no clue what he was buying. He had no idea, but it is, check it out. This CD, oh no, it's all falling apart. This CD is licensed for promotional use only. This CD has not been sold. You may not transfer this CD without consent of record company and must return it on demand. Use or retention of the CD signifies acceptance of this license. So, man, if the record label comes after me, guys, you're going to have to help fund my legal fund. Is white label good? It kind of depends, I think. Like, there's probably like rarer white label discs than others. You know what I mean? Like there might be some CDs out there that's like only 5 promo CDs were ever handed out. And so if you have one, then it's rare. But I don't think it's that special most of the time because it's just like, okay, somebody at like a radio station had this and then gave it to Goodwill. Basically, I don't know. Even though that's illegal, but you know, who cares? Hold on, I gotta find something I gotta find something that might be crazy. Um, check it out equals we can't see anything. Mods. Mods. Oh, here's a funky one. So I do have Vampire Weekend's entire discography on CD. I mean, that's nothing crazy. But, well, actually, this is interesting. Here's another import. This is, you can't really tell. But there's check it out. No, you can see that. Look, there's a blue dot. There's a blue dot. Don't even fib with me. There, you can see that. I got the Japanese import of this. I don't have any of the other imports. All of my other Vampire Weekend discs are domestic. But I really, really loved. I'm gonna play it. I love the bonus track on this album. It's a total bonus track. Like it does not make sense to be on. Okay, well, I opened YouTube on my burner account, and the first thing I see is "We Are Charlie Kirk" reggae remix. um, it doesn't fit with the put it on, play it. Gang. Hold on, let's. I'm gonna get DMCA'd. Who cares? Raise your hand if you care in chat.
She's not old or orthodox. I don't know what she called the cops. 2 kids in the stairwell.
I'm gonna lower this a bit and talk over it. So Japanese bonus track. Check it out. So that's why I got this from Japan. By the way, co-produced, this bonus track in particular was co-produced by Steve Lacy. Any Steve Lacyers in chat? I don't have any Steve Lacy CDs because he doesn't sell his music in CDs, which is bogus. But anyways, Steve Lacy also is featured on and helped produce songs on Father the Bride, their 4th album. Somebody asked me, hold on, what's your favorite Vampire Weekend album? Contra. Contra, but it's complicated, okay? Because if you ask me what I think their objectively best album is, I'd probably say Modern Vampires of the City. That's their 3rd album. Grammy winning. Fantastic album. But like personally, I love Contra. I kind of like when bands are like in the transition period from sucking to having real like professional production quality. And there's like this phase where they're kind of like they like slightly suck just a little bit, enough, you know what I mean? While being good enough, and that's what Contra is. Not that Vampire Weekend like sucks, but you know what I mean? Have you seen them live, Vampire Weekend? Yes, twice. This is what I was gonna show though. Hold on, I got distracted. Cheap drugs. By the way, look at this. I added this. I don't know. I just added that. There's the chat bubbles. Was that when you saw Geese? Were they opening for Vampire Weekend? Yeah. Are you about to dox me? Hold on. Should I answer that? Hold on. Yes. That is when I saw Geese. Who are you? How do you even remember that I saw Geese? Anyways, deep deep ball knowledge of JamLab right there. This is, speaking of Contra, this is a promo CD that they did. I think they gave away free with early copies of Contra. By three remixes. Pardon me, 3 remixes by this guy named Toy Selecta. Okay, Toy Selecta. What a name. You just go to the store and you pick whatever toys are the cheapest for your kids. This guy's a Toy Selecta. He selects them. He doesn't just go picking randomly. This guy's a Toy Selecta. Anyways, he looked him up. Not a lot of information on him. He apparently is a Mexican producer. How did Vampire Weekend was like, yo, dog, 3 remixes right now. Come on, let's see it. But anyways, they're kind of weird. They're kind of interesting, but I could probably play one of them as well. This was $5 or something, and like most of that was the shipping. I think I bought this from Discogs for like 80 cents. But hey, one man's trash. Hey, one man's trash. What do they say, guys? One man's trash is another man's treasure. Here's Toy Selecta, Contra Melt A. It's just a medley of songs from the album. Ever hear a little bit of Oppan Gangnam Style? Sure, boss. Oh, hey. While we're talking about Vampire Weekend, here's Rostam, former member of Vampire Weekend. I guess he left because he's just too good for them. Too good for all that. But this is his debut album, Half Light. He is it's interesting. It's a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? But it very much has the production style that he was the producer for Vampire Weekend's first 2 albums, and co-producer for the third. Very much has that Vampire Weekend vibe to it in a lot of ways. So here's another one I recommend, gang. Anybody remember this guy? Anybody? This one's you remember "Can I Call You Tonight"? That it had a moment. Surely you've heard this at least once in your life. Boom. Dayglow's first album, Fuzzy Brain. And I tell you what, if you want your brain to be fuzzy, give this ish a listen. I had to censor myself there, but I really wanted to say it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is the ish. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not to get controversial, but holy. Dayglow was going to be the next one I mentioned. What was the first one you mentioned? Wallow's albums? No, unfortunately, I do not. Hold on, I'm just grabbing the next thing here. Anyways, here is every Wallow's release ever released. I do also have the Wallow's singles vinyl. It's not in my room, but I do have that as well. So I have every single piece of physical media from Wallow's that I could, except for their latest album, More. But starting at the top, Wallow's Spring. Bang. Good EP. The best thing ever produced, Wallow's Nothing Happens. Bang. Next up, we got... Here, look at all the crossover. Okay, if you didn't know, I gotta pause Dayglow for this one. It's so real. If you didn't know, the Wallow's guys are also friends with Vampire Weekend. And this album was produced by Ariel Rexscheid, who is the producer for Vampire Weekend now that Rostam left. Also produced for like Claro and stuff. He's a pretty big. Yeah, I mean you may if you're like a music person, you probably know the name. Um, Tell me that it's over. Remote EP. Bet you didn't think I had that one. Oh, I do. Oh, I have it. A little bit of virtual aerobics. Oh, I've got it. And then Model, the latest and greatest album, that is. So we're getting a stack here. I've been pulling too many things out. Ads? Oh, that's too bad. Dang, I mean, that's really too bad. If only there was like, I don't know, like a way that you could not get ads. Like, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. What else do we do? What do you guys know about Still Woozy? Anybody? Perhaps? Anybody familiar? I think this is the only album, I think this is the only anything that he's released on CD. He released his what's it called? Oh bro, what's it called? The album before this one. I would have bought it. He released it on cassette. Okay, listen to me. Cassette and vinyl. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be a hater today. No, we're going to stop it there because I can't be a hater today. Cassette, bro? Like, it's cool. It's cool. But you can only go so, like, what? Are we bringing back 8 tracks? What's going on? Anyways, for those of you who had ads, we were talking about Still Woozy. Maybe too niche. Let's see. You know what we do? We want to get crazy. Bang. Any Dominic Fikers? I'm just gonna stop saying that. It's getting. You know what? It's just sounding weird. Look, how do we feel about the chat? See, I feel like it's kind of hard to read right now. I was just thinking about this. This little white moment. And you know what? We're just staring at a headless guy right now. Why don't I just go back to the full cam? We're going back to full cam. Any doms in the chat? Any doms? Dominic Fike. Dominic Fike's most popular song of all time, like predating TikTok and all that. I don't know. Like, I think Mama's Boy was like a TikTok song that trended, but his most popular of all time is we can't get to it yet. Crimson with the gifted tier 1 sub, a total of 3 gifted, by the way. W's for Crimson. Thank you. Here's the most popular of all time. If you've heard any song by Dominic Fike, it has to be this one. It literally has to be. Banana and Nuts staring at you? Imagine I pull out the Banana and Nuts CD. Come on now. What would your reaction be? Yeah, I have 2 Dominic Fike CDs. This is the latest album. He released other things, but they didn't have physical releases, at least not a CD, so I gotta censor this one a little bit. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. You know what's up. I have several Daryl Hall and John Oates albums. Several. My favorite and the best Daryl Hall and John Oates album of all time Abandoned Luncheonette. Abandoned Luncheonette. Name 5 Nirvana songs. Smells Like Teen Spirit. No, I'm just kidding. Heart-Shaped Box. About a Girl. I like, you know what I like? What's it called? Mr. Mustache? Is that what it's called? I'm a big fan of Mr. Mustache. I think I like Bleach more than, what's it called? Than Nevermind. But I don't have Bleach on CD, unfortunately. Territorial Pissings. Guys, drop a W in the chat for Territorial Pissings. Okay, we're getting to the end. We're getting to the end now. We're getting to the end of unique artists. Mike Snow. Hashtag if you know Mike Snow. I need their second, but I have their first and third albums. So that's 2 of 3. Bro, please listen to Mike Snow. Please listen to Mike Snow. Please. I'm not done yet. Please. And look, fans of Charlie XCX, check it out. Check it out. Check it out, gang. Check it out. They even got something for you. I just realized I said they even got something for you. Literally the name of the song. Not intentional. Unintentional cinema moment. Unintentional cinema moment. This is their first album. This is my favorite, I think. But you know, third album's great. Second album's great. Oh. If you know a song by, speaking of, it's on the sidebar. If you know a song by Mike Snow, you most likely know Genghis Khan. I can't type for shit, bro. You got that message out, so I'm proud of you. Okay, we're almost done. I know you all are barely staying awake right now, but we're almost done. Talking Heads. Is that you like hoping that I have a Talking Heads album? I don't. I'm sorry. The copyright stream? The copyright strike stream for real. Hey, but you know, like Twitch doesn't really care, right? Like I see people listen to music on Spotify all the time. Glass Animals. This is their first album. Hey, and if you've heard a Glass Animals song, it's Heat Waves. I've got that one. Don't worry. That's Dreamland. By the way, you know what? I'm going to say it. If there's any Glass Animals heads in the chat, let me know if I'm wrong, but listen to me. We got to get serious for this one. I didn't listen to their new album. Creatures in Heaven, I think is what it's called. Also the name of one of the songs, so I'm not sure if I'm just misremembering. Can we talk about it? I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's good. And so what you saw is Glass Animals were figuring out who they were with Zaba, okay? It's jungly, it's experimental, like check it out. Glass Animals, Black Mama. Check it out, guys. For those unfamiliar. Oh yeah, the album is called I Love You So Effing Much. Censored. This is the name of I'm sorry, but like, oh, whoops. Like, I just, like, it feels cringe to me. I don't know. I didn't like the new album. I didn't listen to it all the way. I'm going to be honest. But, Zabba. I have a Zabba vinyl as well. Well, it's my girlfriend's. But I guess we own it together. Dude. Hold on. You aren't even ready. Guys. Tickle that cheek and take your throne. Pump your veins with gushing gold. You don't even know. Sorry. So Zabba, and then of course I have the best Glass Animal album to grace this earth. Of course, I wouldn't just not. What do you think? I just stop at the first one? No. This is the greatest piece of media. This is the greatest piece of media. No, really though. I'm not going that far. I'm not prepared to make that claim about any album. But I gotta tell you, man, the best to ever do it, that's not dramatic. That is not being dramatic. If you have no idea what Glass Animals is, first of all, listen to this album. And if you've never listened to this album, good night, Original Monet. Thanks for joining stream. If you've never listened to this album, listen to this album. I'm actually on my hands and knees right now. I'm so tall, you don't realize it, but I am on my knees right now. So good. And the last song, okay, I will warn you, the last song on this album, Agnes. Okay. Sorry for the nipple. Sorry for the, I kind of forgot that was on the inside, but yeah, check it out. This last song, Agnes. It makes me cry every time I listen to it. I'm not gonna lie. I have never listened to the song without crying. I actually have not. I've never done it. I'm not even exaggerating. I've listened to the song many times. I have never not shed a tear. Put it on then. Look, do you guys want to be depressed right now? It actually is a really sad song. It's about a very serious topic. And I think what really gets to me is, here's the music video that they did for it. This is Wavy Davy, lead singer, sort of front man of the band. This music video is just him in a, what do they call it? What do they call it? One of those, bro, what do they call it? One of those things that makes that a centrifuge. And so, yeah, the song is about, trigger warning, serious subject warning. It's about a friend that commits suicide. And he filmed this music video in a centrifuge as a metaphorical kind of way of showing you. And like, he literally passes out. In this music video, you watch him pass out. And he's trying to sing the song as he's literally fading in and out of consciousness. It's one of the great, look. I can't do it. No, you have to excuse me. I'm not even clip farming, bro. The tears are coming, bro. I'm not even. No, I actually can't do it, dude. No, I'm good. I can't watch it, though. No, it's actually so good, though. Please listen to it. It's so emotional, and the music video on top of it is like, it's just actual art, man. Whenever I think about, like, if I ever wanted to make music someday, like, dude, just the amount of emotion you can convey, man, in a song, it's so beautiful. Just listen to the album, guys. Listen to the album. Awesome. It's awesome. Glass Animals. And then if you want to listen to Heat Wave's Been Faking Me Out, Can't Make You Happier Now, then you listen to Dreamland. And it's still good. I wouldn't quite peg it on the same levels as the others. This is now currently on my desk. So we're going to put this aside. We're going to put this aside for now. Yeah, my Dreamland CD has a bunch of remixes on it too, which is cool. It was like a special deluxe edition. Oh, hold on. One more song. One more song for old time's sake. It would have been so funny if I played Bananas and Nuts or Banana Nuts, but I'm not gonna do that. It was one more Glass Animals song that I wanted to play. Speaking of Dreamland, no, I'm just playing with you. Banana and Nuts. Banana and nuts. It's kind of impressive how I just went from like actually shedding tears on live stream to this. And that's just the power of hashtag love, laughter, and wisdom, guys. I just gotta say. Oh, I need you to do me a favor. Test this for me, because I was trying to fix this. I tried to fix it so that my microphone, my speech is now synced with my desktop audio. So if I sing along with this, it should sound like before it was like a second delayed and it sounded awful. So let me know. Let me know. Banana and nuts. Me banana and nuts. Hey. Banana and nuts. Bananas up. Bananas up. Banana and nuts. Banana and nuts. Let me know. It's also incredibly loud. That is a good one. See, they so many great emotional pieces that they've made. I mean, like, I was talking about Agnes, but this is what I'm talking about, the whole how to be a human being. Like, if we want to keep going on this train just a little bit more, let me just give you so the concept of this album is basically each song is like about a person's life story. So it's a really cool concept for an album, first of all, but then it's also like amazingly executed. So Life itself is about like a loser who lives in his mom's basement. Can't get a job, all that stuff. That's the lyrics. Listen to Static, said I look fat, but I look fantastic. Youth is about what is it? It's like a single mother trying to take care of her kid, but she's got to like work and something along those lines. Yeah. Somebody said the flute riff goes mad hard. Guys, it's true. Hold on, let me find the flute riff. You hear it? Tap in, tap in. Really cool. Like, they're doing crazy stuff on this album. I'm telling you. Jam, do you like Peach Pit? If I had a nickel for every time somebody in college told me that I would like Peach Pit, I would have so many nickels, and I've never listened to a Peach Pit song still. Take that, haters. Take that. No, I don't know why I haven't. You're probably right. I was kind of like that with Phoenix, actually. Did I mention the Phoenix crossover, by the way, with Vampire Weekend? Now, before you think I'm like some psycho obsessed with Vampire Weekend and like everything that I listen to has to have some connection with Vampire Weekend, you're exactly right. Anyways, Phoenix's connection is that they're just like friends, I guess. The bands are friends. But fun fact, Phoenix played at the Olympics, the last Olympics, because it was in France, and they're a French band. And Phoenix and Ezra of Vampire Weekend did a collaboration song on Phoenix's latest album. And dude, okay, so no joke, I'm watching the Olympics, right? I can't show footage of the Olympics. That'll actually get me like instantly nuked. I'm watching the Olympics, and I'm like, Phoenix is playing. Oh, okay, that's cool. And I'm like, imagine if they played the collab song with Ezra, and Ezra just walks on stage at the Olympics. You know, the front man of my favorite band. I hear the opening of the song. I'm like, well, that's funny. They're playing the song, but Ezra walks on stage and starts singing the damn song. I couldn't believe my eyes. I really couldn't. So anyways, there's your there's the psychotic link for you there. I swear you would like the Bergamo. Bergamo? Is it French? Bergamot? Their song Mayfly. Okay, I'll write it down. I'll listen to Peach Pit, Mayflies. Any Peach Pit songs, by the way. You gotta like put me on something good. I gotta get bought into it. Yo! Jim Bob, you love Vampire Weekend? Dude, you missed all the best parts. You missed all the parts where I talked endlessly about Vampire Weekend. Well, welcome to the stream. Drop your favorite Vampire Weekend album in the chat. Anyways, we were going through How to Be a Human Being by Glass Animals. Season 2, episode 3 is like about a lazy person who watches TV all day, I guess. And like eats mayonnaise out of a jar. And yeah. Pork soda. This one, I'm leaving it up to your interpretation. This one's a little out there. I'm not sure I fully understand it. You may have heard this song though. Pineapples are in my head. Where is it? Okay, I can't find it. Anyways, Mama's Gun. This one is interesting. I believe it's supposed to be about a woman who is either like schizophrenic or something, some kind of related mental illness. And she basically like thinks that she killed someone, and then like maybe she did kill someone. I'm not sure if like you really are supposed to know that. And so like, just speaking of which, while we're talking about that, the different vibes, genres, and styles used throughout the album is also incredible. Like one track to the next, you're just like, this is an entirely different thing. And it really fits the theme of them all being songs that are talking about telling entirely different stories of different people's lives. And that's why the album's called How to Be a Human Being. And it's like, there is no way to be a human being. Everybody is like living these completely different stories, which is expressed through these completely different songs. Cane Sugar is about a guy who does cocaine. That's pretty much it. Favorite line: sick like a 007, man you fly like Kim Jong rockets. Where is it? Here it is. Brother sick like 007, man you fly like Kim Jong rockets with yo. Pre-made sandwiches is an interlude, where they just, it's like a poem basically, spoken word poem. Oh, sorry, I missed your message. Lee Nunez, gotta go to sleep. Thanks for showing your collection. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, I appreciate it. Hugs from Brazil. Hugs to Brazil. I love Brazilians. In a normal way. Okay. The Other Side of Paradise. This is about a guy who like wants to go become a basketball star. Oh, did I mention that they're all like depicted on the cover of the album? You probably piece that together by now. But yeah. I'm glad a lot of people in here are knowers of ball when it comes to this album. Fantastic album. Take a Slice is about a male prostitute, according to Genius. And if you've heard any part of this song, it's I think multiple years now. This was like this clip of the song was like a TikTok audio. Amazing guitar. Hold on. Grip on. Hands and feet inside the vehicle. Please. You're gonna need to stay in here. Sorry, it took me over. It washed me over. There was nothing I could do. There was nothing I could do. Like, it really is. How did they even do that with the guitar? Like, actually, every time I listen to it, I am just genuinely like, how do you even do that? How do you even create that? Uh, it is awesome. Poplar Street, yo, okay. Content warning, trigger warning for this entire album. We'll just go ahead and put it that way. Some heavy stuff. This one's about a kid who is groomed by a woman in his neighborhood. Great song. Really awesome song. Might be one of my favorites on the album. That's just perks of being a wallflower. And then Agnes, of course, we talked about Agnes. The heaviest one. Don't even begin. I don't even want to hear a second of it. Yeah, I have to tell. Okay, I have to tell a funny story about this song. I put this song on my Spotify playlist. I have like one playlist. I basically just like songs, but I don't even really. I'm getting off on too many tangents. I don't really listen to playlists anymore. I pretty much just I'm like, I want to listen to this album, and then I just listen to the album. And honestly, I highly recommend it. I think it's great. I think not always, but a lot of music, like the album is a whole package and a whole piece of art. And not to, like, I'm not trying to sound pedantic about it because I know so many people don't listen to music in this format, but I'm sure you can tell by how many CDs I have that I'm a big fan of the album as an art form. You know, a collection of music that is all telling one story. And I think listening to all of it together is an experience that is a lot different than just shuffling a playlist. It's not like mindlessly listening to whatever pops up on your phone. There's a time and place for that, for sure. But I'm a big fan of really sitting, like, or not even sitting down, but like just taking in a whole album as one whole unit. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh, so anyways, I put this whole album on my playlist, right? Basically, I like this whole album, so I put all the songs on. That includes Agnes, even though it makes me cry without fail. And so one day I'm shuffling my playlist, like I just said I didn't do, but this was a few years ago when I did that a lot more. And Agnes comes on, and I'm like, can't do that. We really can't. I can't be listening. And the problem is, like, I have this playlist where I just have everything. So it's like, you know, I could be listening to the Territorial Pissings by Nirvana, and then Agnes comes on. It's like a little bit of whiplash. So I'm like, okay, we can't do that. Let me take Agnes off my playlist because it's not really one that I want to just pop up in the mix, you know? I need to be like desperately sobbing my eyeballs out in order to want to listen to this song. So I removed it from my playlist, or so I thought. Months later, I'm listening, or maybe even sooner than that, I'm listening again to my playlist on shuffle, Agnes, and I'm like, okay, thought I removed it. We'll just remove it this time for sure, right? Because I don't want to start sobbing randomly. You know, I'm walking to class, AirPods in, and I'm just... We're not trying to do that. So I removed it again, or so I thought. And the story is basically, it just kept happening. I swear I'm removing this song from my playlist, and it's just not. Like I actually felt like I was going crazy. And now, I just leave it on there. To this day, it's on there, because I'm just like, it's just a sign, I guess. I'll never forget about this song. So as you can tell, I have a deep emotional attachment to this song. Just tried to drink out of a closed water bottle. Jamlab, if you like those horn sections, sorry, I'm catching up on old chat. Check out John Zorn. That name feels like a joke. Yes, you should listen to John Horn's music. No, I'm just kidding. Add it to the list. Do you have any recommendations for CD players? We're gonna be here for another hour now that you just asked that question. Hold on, let me catch up on chat. Don't let me forget that I'm gonna answer that question. Big fan of sitting down. That was funny. I would have laughed if I had read it sooner. Um, do you play any instruments? Uh, I used to. I was in middle school band and high school band for 1 year, and I played trombone. I enjoyed trombone. I was quite good at it, actually. I was first chair in at all county. Not to brag or anything. But I don't play anything like cool, like guitar. I mean, I can play the piano, not well, but I can play the ukulele a little bit. But you know what I can play? The vocal cords. Hey, and that's a free instrument right there. Just got an ad. Okay, let me tell the story about. No, let me not do that. Let me wait for the story. You would play trombone. Why? Why do you say that? I want to understand because there is a huge thing. Like you could see somebody in middle school and be like, "That's a trumpet player. They play trumpet in band, and they're annoying and obnoxious. They're a terrible person, and they play trumpet." You just know it. You just know it. They play percussion. Yep, you see them in class. They play percussion. Always banging on their desk with those pencils. That was me, by the way. If there was any instrument I would play, it's the drums. And I always wanted to play the drums my entire life. I've got great rhythm. I love drums. The closest I've ever gotten is playing Guitar Hero drum set, which, mind you, is pretty close to the real experience. Much closer than the guitar on Guitar Hero is. Um, but I always as a kid, I always wanted a drum set. Okay, let's not get greedy here. Even just a snare drum. Just please let me do my paradiddles. You know what I mean? And not to expose, not to sling mud out here, but my parents never allowed it. Okay, I never got a drum set, so I played trombone. But it's not a dead dream. It is not a dead dream. Like the second that I get 20 gifted subs right now, no, I'm kidding. Um, whenever I hopefully come into a financially stable position in which I can spend money on leisure and hobbies without risk, fear, or worry of eviction, I'm getting a drum set. I'm getting a drum set, for sure. And I will be banging out some tunes. Bro is a tromboner. Mods ban. You gotta learn how to blast beat? What is blast beat? No, actually, what is blast beat? Is this a Scraunch certified creation? Let me know. Dude, I would stream. I would stream drums. I would stream me playing the drums. You get the full raw package of me learning how to play drums. Um, CD player recommendations. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. I built my own CD player. So I got one of these guys. I if you know, you know. If you know, you know. I got one of these guys. Pioneer car radio. Let's see. Uh, it's one of the older ones with it only has no, yeah, it looks pretty much like this, but it's a little older than this. Got one of these guys, okay? Because actually, you want to know the truth? I was like, hey, I'm collecting CDs. I need to be able to play them, right? And I don't want something this big that I have to create like an audio, equipment shelf for. But when you go look up like portable CD players, you know what you find? Like drop shipped garbage. Okay, and this is just the curse of the world now. But look, let me do this. CD player like small compact. Let's look that up. Check it out. Check it out. Okay, I might have just picked the worst example. That might have been an actual video. No, but check it out. Amazon.com. What is this? Colorful music note? Like, I know this is just a piece of garbage. It's plastic. Wait, it's supposed to look like a record player? Okay. I don't want all that. And then you have stuff like that. Like, this might be okay. But I also didn't necessarily want something that was like super compact, like a Walkman type of thing. I wanted just like a simple tabletop type of thing, something more like this. But I'm telling you, without breaking my budget, it was genuinely hard to find like something that wasn't this garbage on Amazon. Like, it was just it was just stuff that looked bad. I would look at the reviews and they'd be like, yeah, this broke within days, you know? So I said, you know what? Why would I do that when I can do this? Go on eBay. Go on eBay. I bought a car radio from somebody. Guess they pulled it out of the car, didn't need it anymore, said it was working, bought it for like $20. Okay? And now you're probably wondering, don't you need a car? No. So what you do is you get an external power supply, like the kind that you might use for a laptop, okay? And in the case of our Pioneer radios, they have great manuals. I don't know this like serial number of mine, but they have great documentation. And so what you can do, look, I mean, check this out. Check this out. So what you can do is find the manual for your, whatever. I was trying to find an example, but you can figure out like the actual voltage and amperage. I mean, you know the voltage because car batteries are all 12 volt. But like my point is, you can get an external power supply that is basically giving this the same type and amount of power that it would get from a car. And so that's the first step, is you get the external power supply, and then on the back of the radio, the wires that would normally go to the car, there's negative and positive, but then there's also an ignition. So there's like an always on power source, which is what keeps like your radio presets and everything saved, because it doesn't have like a long-term memory storage, so it needs constant power. So you have the constant power, and then you have the red wire for ignition. So what you do is, or what I did is, I take the red wire, put that to a switch. So I have an on-off switch, but then it's also plugged in constantly to the wall. So that's the always-on power that it would have from a car. So I basically emulated a car key ignition, turning the radio on. I just basically did the same thing, but by hooking up to an on-off switch that I got from Lowe's. And then all you have to do is just hook up speakers like you would with car speakers. Just solder them to the back of the radio. And luckily for me, my best friend and college roommate at the time crashed his car, completely totaled his car, had to scrap it and sell it. So that was great for me, because he gave me the speakers out of his car, which were also already aftermarket speakers. So they were like nice. You know what I'm saying? They were pretty nice. So yeah, I hooked up those speakers, and then I know what you're thinking. What are we left with? We're left with a quite literally what we're left with is a box. This is the car radio. And then it's hooked up to our on-off switch. On-off switch there, right? And then it's hooked up to the front or the left and right speakers. Yo, that is a mushroom. That is not a speaker. Bang. Speakers, right? Bang, bang, bang. And this is quite literally what I had for a while. Like, it was just naked. It was just a box, exposed wires. I mean, they weren't like stripped wires, but it was just chilling, like a Five Nights at Freddy's like mangle. You know what I'm saying? This is what I had going on. What was that? Gang. Hello? That actually freaked me out. I was like, am I going crazy? Since when? No. Since when? That you can't be doing that, Google. No, you actually can't be doing that. This is what I had, like, actually just sitting on my windowsill in my college dorm for a while, basically. But over the next summer, I decided, hey, I've already learned, I bought a soldering iron for this project, learned some electrical engineering stuff that I needed to know. Let's not stop there. Time to learn how to do woodworking. So I bought some plywood from Lowe's, and then what I actually 3D, let me, hold on. I might be able to find the 3D model. I 3D modeled. I downloaded Blender for this, guys. I learned how to use Blender. I'm not a fan of Blender, by the way. I've used in school I used 3D Max, 3D Studio Max. I opened Blender. Oh yeah, here it is. carradio.blend. Carradio.blend. Check it out. Wait, does Blender leak your home address? No, I'm kidding. So you can see this was what I was rocking with. Basically, I had this is the on-off switch. This is the power input, and then how do I change the axis of rotation? Yo, Blender fans, help me out. Anyways, and these are the two speakers. I also had tiny little like tweeters attached. And so you can see at first I was like, car radio on top, speakers on bottom. No, I don't like that. This looks better. And originally I was going to have the speakers angled because having the left and right speakers so close, I was like, you're not getting a ton of separation in your ears. But this proved a little difficult with my not so great woodworking skills. So eventually I flattened the design to left, right. Although I will say, I think I might have added a little bit more space between them in the final design. And then it's not even done. You might be wondering, what is this above it? And why is there a hole cut out of it? So here's the internals. And I really got nitty and gritty with this. I got gritty with this. So this is... Yo, I'm so glad you asked this question. I told you we'd be on this for a while. So what I did was I was reading the Pioneer radio manual, and I figured out that the resistance, like the, I think that's what it's called, like the ohm rating of these speakers was not... basically, it was too much electrical pull for what this radio was technically supposed to be rated for. Now, as with a lot of things, like the FDA's recommendation on how long you should refrigerate meat before you have to cook it or freeze it. I don't know why that was my example, but like a lot of those things, it's usually a more safe than sorry estimate. But I did discover from using the radio that at high volumes and for extended periods of usage, the back of the radio, which is this green part, is the heat sink on the back of the radio. It would get quite hot, like burn your skin to the touch. And that might be kind of normal in a car because who cares? The back of it is in the engine bay, or close to the engine bay at least, where the engine is already getting that hot when the car's running. So that might just be by design. But I did think, hey, that's a little bit much for this being in a home and also literally sitting on wood. Not saying the wood would just combust into flames, but it's not exactly the most heat resistant material. So resonance, yes. So what I did was I had a feeling that it may be overheating more because of the speakers having basically higher electrical draw than what the radio was expecting or was made for. So what I designed was a fan cooling system in the back of the radio. And guys, at this point, it was off the rails. It was off the rails. Ask me right now, did I need to fan cool? Did I need to add air cooling to my home stereo system? Go ahead and ask me. Sunk cost fallacy is right. Guys, I did not need to do this. I did not need to do this, okay? It was, yeah, it got hot sometimes. It really wasn't that crazy. This was absurd territory that we're getting into here. So I designed a whole removable back to this box. removable because what I did was I put another switch in here so that I could turn on and off the cooling, because of course you don't want it always on if it's not needed, because it makes a lot of noise, and you don't want noise when the whole point is music. The noise is loud of the fan. But when you're listening at loud volumes, the radio gets hotter. So I was like, I'll add a fan that you can turn on if you're hosting a party, and you need the air cooling. So that's what this is. I ordered a fan, a single like square fan. I don't know what else you call it. Like sort of like a PC fan, but just a general electronics cooling fan, and add a little wood bracket here, installed it in with the rest of this box, and added another switch for that. And then this back, I drilled holes, and inside of it, there's holes here, and then it's not on the model, but there's little tabs here, and they have magnets. And so the back actually comes on and off magnetically. And so this is roughly what it looks like. It's a wooden box that I made, handmade, and it's not great. Like, I didn't have, a wood shop. So a lot of this was done very by hand. I felt very like the old guys whittling in that Rhett and Link song. But you know what? This is probably maybe the most proud, thing that I'm proud of in my entire life, because I had to learn so many new things to do this. I'd never used a soldering iron before, never really used any types of woodworking tools in any serious capacity before. I 3D modeled, but I never used Blender before. So there was just so much involved in this, and it's quite, basically my recommendation is do stuff like this. Find you something like this and go do it. Because it is, it took me a long time. It was labor intensive. It was intellectually intensive. And it was freaking awesome. And I use this thing. I never use the fan, by the way. Never use this fan, but it's so cool that I can say that I did it for no reason. I use this thing multiple times a week. I regularly spin my tunes on it. And I added it. Oh, jump scare. Sorry about it. They have a USB connection there. And what I did is there's these USB to aux adapters that they make. Bluetooth adapters. It's basically just a little Bluetooth receiver. So your phone can connect to this receiver, get your audio streaming from your phone, and then the aux, it's just a tiny little aux cord that goes straight down into the aux port of the radio right below the USB port. So I also have Bluetooth functionality, which is very nice because I can connect to it and play, anything on Spotify or whatever, along with being able to spin my CDs on it. So there's my recommendation. If you're looking for a CD player, go do everything I just said. PC building is out, CD player builds are in. Exactly. Sorry, I have to catch up on chat. I get so locked into these stories. I'm reading chat messages from decades past. Chill out on noise. Didn't mean to come for noise. I'm sorry, Scrunch. Honestly, nothing wrong with noise. I didn't even mean it like that. Snot Micah Puffy reference in one of your videos made me so happy. Hey, I'm glad you got it. Because I was editing this and I'm like, this is like an old, Rhett and Link reference too. And I was like, maybe 3 people are going to get this. And I think I got comments of people being confused. So I was like, it was a big risk reward there. But I have to put those things in my videos because I'm like, it's the payoff is too good for the one person who gets it. I have to do it. Snot Micah Puffy. Dude. I used to have bookmarks of Rhett and Link moments I mean, I probably still have some of them, but that's like up there. You know, there's like that, Penis. If you know, you know. Oh, I'd forget what he was eating, but Rhett got stuck back there in the back. I almost died. That's a classic. Uh, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Well, who's in the chat still? Can I get a roll call? What do we feel like doing for the rest of the night? It's only 10:46. I'm juiced up. I can will it cookie. It's crazy that you remember that. Straw cookie? Wait. Straw cookie? Like hay? How were they eating just hay? That's crazy. Um Bookworm. Okay, we got one vote for Bookworm. I enjoyed listening to the info. Okay, we got one vote. I'm gonna take that as a vote for more info. I always got info. Come on now. I'm using paint.net to edit a collage. Time for you to start making a thumbnail? Yeah, I did say I was gonna do that. Frank and Beans cookies. Dude, the Willet series is so classic. Some of the early Willets were wild. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking of? Off the bat, the one that comes to mind is, I think, why am I searching YouTube on Google? I think it was Willet Jello, and I think it was fish eyeballs. Yep. Eyeball Jello. Like, what were they doing? Dude, they needed those views, let me tell you. They knew how they were playing the game.
Today we ask the question that has plagued man.
Check it out. Hill Valley Hoverboard Championship. Check it out.
Straight ball.
I'm just going straight ball. Love Rhett and Link, man. Such a throwback. I have the shirt. I know. That's why I had to shout it out. Spicy Food Showdown. You know, I think my first GMM ever was,
Today we're going to eat a whole lot of
the one where Link eats a scorpion. I am like 99% sure this was the first GMM video I ever saw in my life.
Scorpion. Yeah. Eat that scorpion. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, what were they doing, man? What's going on? But, you know, 13-year-old me, or however, I was probably even younger than that. 10-year-old me was like, this is content. I never realized it, but I want to watch grown men eat scorpions. It's awesome. Chia Lincoln? Yo, OG. Unk in the chat. Unk in the chat. I mean, I know of the Chia Lincoln. Of course I know the lore, but I wasn't there for it. That's like saying I was there for the dinosaurs, the meteor that hit the dinosaurs. I'm sorry. I'm just messing. Guys, I'm just joking. I'm sorry. And they ate the eye jello? Nah, you're trolling. We just watched that.
Today we ask.
We actually, you must have just popped in or popped back in. I literally just showed that on stream. Oh, sorry, that got a little graphic there. Straight ball. Commercial Kings, classic. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to be doing something. You know what? No, I'm not. This is a just chatting stream. And I'm just chatting. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that you said fish eyeballs. Like, that's actually why I thought you were actually trolling, because it literally just played that. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Okay. So I have options. Oh, I can... When do we get Blast Beat live react? Wait, what? Tell me what I had to look up. We can get a live reaction going. Should I do the thumbnail? Hold on. For everybody that's watching, I'll at least give you the surprise. The Zot video is coming. The Zot stream has been edited, and the Zot video will be uploaded hopefully tomorrow. In all its glory, it's going to be legendary. So the thumbnail that I'm making, if I'm making it, is a Zot thumbnail, and I have an idea. So we can work on this. We can collab on this thumbnail right now. We can collab. Give me the amulet by Sawtooth Grim. Give me the amulet. Now, am I going to know? Oh. I was about to ask, am I going to know the blast beat when I hear it? I think I figured it out. Hey. Okay. That bass drum is going kind of crazy. That bass drum is going kind of wild, I have to say. I don't know how you play drums like this, though, without your wrists actually snapping. Like, how is this humanly possible? This sounds like ×2 speed. Also, this is how you break your you put a hole right in that snare drum. Okay, sorry for the jump scare again. What I need to find is, if anybody's can help me on this one. I was trying to find it earlier, but I can't find a very high quality image of Zot, the 3-dimensional model of Zot, and, excuse me, not baby Zot, not chibi Zot. I'm talking adult-sized Zot model, but high quality. This is like what I'm looking for, but it's 640 by 640. Which, actually, honestly, that might be good enough for a thumbnail. But then there's like this, 1,280 pixels tall, but it's just his head, and I think I might need more than that. But we'll see. We'll see. So here's my concept. And by the way, I'm sweating now. So the warming up has succeeded. The geese are free. The goose is free. Oh, I could sort images by size, but I'm just getting a bunch of GIFs. Or GIFs, sorry. I'm just getting the Zot GIFs, which I guess is probably what he wants to be happening. Check it out. Check it out. 1280 by 720. So here's my rough... By the way, Scrunch, that was fire. I don't know if I made that clear. I saw them live on the reunion tour. The drummer, Jonkerol, is so beast. You've got to be beast to do that. It's beyond me. Truly. Okay, check it out, guys. This is what I'm imagining. So here's background. And you guys remember that the Vietnamese towels video? What actually was it? Wait, what? Oh, it was like something like how one ad exposed an entire bot network or something was like the title of it. But you remember there was that thumbnail where it was like the kind of like stereotypical like board where they've got a bunch of images, like pictures printed out, and the red yarn connecting them, and then it had me absolutely smoldering. Like, check it out. It had me absolutely hitting one of these front and center. You guys remember that? So I was thinking something like that, similar to that. No, it wasn't I Am Winfred. It was kind of older. It was my old setup, old background. So I'm thinking something like that though, because this is very much the vibe of the Zot stream. It was like we were tracing through a bunch of wild stuff. So I feel like this is, and for the title, I'm thinking something along the lines of kind of the bizarre history of a billion view brand or something. The bizarre history. Let's lab this out. You help me, because here's what I want to be expressed in the title. First of all, the like bizarre history thing, like the I solved the mystery. I solved the mystery of this brand's bizarre history. And now I'm just laying down bars. But I also kind of really want to emphasize that it's simultaneously unknown, but also everywhere underneath your nose. You know, the billions of views that they supposedly have on their GIFs. So, like, supposedly everybody knows this brand, or at least that's what they try to say. But at the same time, it's unknown. So it's like this mysterious brand. So I'm trying to figure out the exact wording on that one. Here's a title, Zot. Zot? You know, that's the kind of title, unironically, that would work if you had, like, 2 million subscribers. This brand is not what you think. I like that you have to type it that way because you're so cringed by yourself coming up with a YouTube clickbait title. You could replace Charlie with you in the Always Sunny pick. Well, thanks for reminding me. That's what I was going to do, is put Zot here in the front. So you kind of get this, like, I guess the idea is that you kind of get this, like, here's what the guy, this looks like a goblin, dude. This is very goblin-esque. So the vibe is like, oh, well, here's the dude that is this unknown weird brand. And maybe if I'm really lucky, somebody actually has been like, wait, I feel like I have seen that before. Like in a GIF or something. Like maybe I have seen that. So I feel like it might be good to put him actually in the thumbnail. And then the background elements, like on the pictures, would be like the Zot Shots logo, you know, maybe just one of the picture of like the car wrapped in the Zot Shots brand, a picture of people holding the cup, the Twisted Shot or the Zot Shot cup, pictures of like the GIFs of the little characters, and then what's something really clickbait? Oh, maybe like the Super Shots logo as well, to show how like they transitioned into the Super Shots. So something like that for the background images, where most of them are going to be at least partially visible, I guess. Include 2D Zot in the background. Agreed. I think Zot should have an intimidating shadow over you. That would be fire if I could find such an image to use. Zot Shot's Bizarre Adventure. Season 1, Episode 2. Maybe the high quality head on a stock image body. True. Because he does kind of just be wearing a hoodie. Hey, what is this? Not to get off on a new tangent here, but Zot the band? Like, actually? Why is this a boy band? Why is this a certified boy band? What is going on? Oh, and this, hold on. This predates the, like, this Zot. It begs a question. I'm gonna be honest, it does beg a question. It's in Spanish. I'm just saying it. It's in Spanish. It's kind of crazy. Oh, here, I'll use this in the thumbnail. Album by Zot? Wait, this is official? What? Sure, man. Sure, man. Oh, this is a higher quality version of that same image. So that's something. Yeah, you know, he does, dare I say, look too friendly, really. Because I'm imagining it like this, but I do totally feel like in the thumbnail of mine that I'm talking about, where it's my face, I have like this, you know, it's like dark, and I've got like this low lighting. But I feel like I need to like, yeah, I need to like, ooh, wait, I might be cooking. I might be cooking. Wait. Oh, yeah, I cooked. Wait. That actually does it. That actually does it. And then, yeah, maybe I can, like, maybe I can just add some kind of, I'm just making him look a bit like a ruffian. Okay, check it out. That made him look so evil. Hooded eyes. Oh, like, uh, like this kind of moment. And then it is a very rough draft. You'll have to bear with me. Maybe I do. Yo, yeah, genius. Although I think I need to move. I would have to, maybe if I mute, and move the eyes down a little bit, because now it's kind of like blocking his pupil, and that looks weird. He looks like he's looking up. Or maybe just add like a, you know, yeah, something like that. That's pretty darn good already. Okay, so we give him an evil facial expression. He looks like a gorilla's character. What's I forget their names. And not just because he's a monkey. Not just because he's a monkey, but like, I think it's the nose. And now that I gave him those eyebrows, the thick eyebrows and the nose, and the bags under the eyes. No, I nailed it. It actually does. Yeah, Tootie, Noodle, Murdoch, and Russell. He looks like wait, this is 2D. This is Noodle. Is this Russell? I think, or am I wrong? Or yes, okay. Yes, I'm a genius. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking for the background, or for the foreground. And then for the background, we need to find, do we find like a cork board or what? Something like this. I don't know about the brick wall. That's a little... Seems a little dramatic. Yeah, let's copy the vibe. Yeah, meme. It'll probably come up. Well, you know, there's not even wall visible, so I take it back. I take it back. Is this AI? No, this is real artwork. Okay. Sorry. It's sad that I thought that immediately. Um... It could be many thing and papers obscuring the wall behind. Yeah. That might look best. Maybe. But it needs to be probably like a dark background. Let's just, so that I have a background to begin with, let's just take one of these. Let's just take one of these and put it there for now. You know what? I'm done. That's a thumbnail. Can I get this lucky? Papers covering wall background. Blank papers. Ooh. This might actually this could probably do. You just reduce the saturation on it so it's not rainbow. And I kind of like how harsh the shadows are. I feel like that adds to the I feel like that might add to the spookiness of it. It's a very low quality image though. Okay, you see that might not be a bad background to work on. Of course, most of it's going to be covered up, but just so I have a base against which any cracks will just be this generic papers vibe. Maybe I can give it a bit of color. Just a tiny bit of what looks best. Not the green. Maybe the red? Maybe reddish? It's too pink. I don't like how pink it is. That's like reddish. Okay, what do we think? This or black and white? It probably doesn't matter that much if I'm covering most of it. Some kind of shadow behind Zot. Yeah, for sure. We will get to that. Well, I can do it now just to test with. I mean, this is a sketch after all. Boom. Boom. I would like to emphasize the Zot logo. I'm feeling like maybe replacing it on his chest with a larger version. Although maybe this is not important. I'm just thinking like this and then I can make it red like it was. Artistic. Choose well. Yeah, I mean that like pops more, I think. Maybe I should add back the hoodie strings. Boom. The hoodies have been strung. Bang. You know, I always go back and clean up stuff like this that I just doodle on. But if we're being so honest, the average user never even looks at the thumbnail close enough. They would never even notice that I drew that. Because, like, they're probably viewing it, like, here. You can't even tell. You actually can't even tell. Papa vignette. You already know I do that on every final product. You already know I do it. Boom, 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 boom. Not quite that intense. Boom. And you know what? Actually, a fun strategy with this vignette, a fun little tip if you guys want to know, it depends on your color scheme, but if you want to go in here in the curves, since I made it all black, and let's just take the green down, and then, oh, you know what? That's not going to work because the inside's white. Dang it. But you know what? Like, let's put it below Zot for illustration purposes. If you hit this with a little bit of a, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of a, give it a little color. You know, you can give it maybe like this red vibe to it, right? That kind of thing. Just ideas, you know. So now we need to add papers. The Zot, that counts. I was thinking earlier about how many Zot puns there are. I don't think my community is ever going to move on from this. I was also thinking about that. I feel like this is just a living legend now. So we asked, guys, my stomach is low-key growling right now. Low-key. Add some of these papers, all willy-nilly style. And you know what? Let me know if it gets a little too willy-nilly, and I can certainly, you know, get things back under control. Be a little something up here, right? Something up here, right? Totally. And then there would be like yarn between them. So we'll need to get our thumbtacks, but there'll be a thumbtack and then yarn. Boom, boom. You know, maybe goes up here. Maybe goes down here, or maybe goes here to the corner, right? And then down here. Everybody watching this like, wow, I'm glad I'm not the only one who tries to draw the same line 10 times in a row. No, it's okay. I feel you. I understand you. In the club, we all fam. I don't even know why I'm trying so hard. These are temporary lines. They're temporary lines. But I'm really giving it my all, aren't I? So, like, yeah, something like this. Maybe these shouldn't be as connected. Like, maybe these don't need to be connected. I think when they get too connected, it starts to look a bit too much like a constellation. Too constellated. Now, here's the question. Start allocating these images. Let's get some Zot. Yo, yeah. Banana and nuts. How could I have forgotten that? That's gotta go. Why am I just looking up banana and nuts? Okay. this has got to go somewhere. We'll use this as our testing image. So basically, imagine these are all, I've got images on them. Think of a little white border so they look almost like a Polaroid type of vibes. You know, like a printed out picture or piece of paper. I think that's good. Emphasize it makes it look more physical, more physically tangible. But now the question is, again, this is a mock-up. Don't worry, this is it's not all bananas and nuts, or it won't be. It won't be. But I'm thinking, or I'm wondering if we want to add anything else. Like let me define that. I'm wondering if there's room or necessity for like some kind of text element type of thing, or just some other type of iconography. Even maybe if it's just like a symbol, like a question mark, something. Because right now I'm not sure if this is like, I'm not sure if I'm nailing the vibe completely of like the mystery. Well, I also still haven't decided on a title, I guess. But I don't know if there's a way I can kind of enhance the mysterious mysteriosity of it. But like, this is the concept, right? Probably some more papers, but there's like this gap behind him, which I just kind of did because he's there. But that looks a little unnatural, maybe. It's not looking bad. It's not looking bad. Here's the color version. That might look even better. And then let's add, for demonstration purposes, some drop shadow. Some little drop shadow moment to all of these guys. Boom, boom, boom. See, I'm like maybe I sort of add some natural space in the papers here, and like this could be an area. This general 50, like, oh, maybe the part that I can't fit into the title about like there being a bunch of views. So like, oh, it's the cognitive dissonance of the title and the thumbnail, the question mark that makes you want to learn more. So I don't know why I did this like this, like we're in MS Paint. Let's get rid of that, make that white, and then let's add an outline. And then let's add a trail effect. Here, no fade out, lower distance. I would have made that text bold if I had been doing it for real. Would have made it a little thicker. I mean, I can like, I can feed her some white. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like in the title, I'm like the bizarre history behind this unknown brand. But then in the thumbnail, you're like 50 billion views. Maybe that's too much though. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you see unknown brand and you're like, well, as a matter of fact, I don't care if they're unknown. Little less tension on the yarn. Make them droop a little bit more. Yeah, I agree. I did this with the other thumbnail. But then with the other thumbnail, okay, I'm going to be honest. Let me pull up the other thumbnail. I wasn't pulling it up because I didn't want to like open my file system on stream and reveal my files. Not that there's anything crazy, but you never know. I don't want you to see what I name my YouTube folders. Like Soulja Boy, for example. Let's see. Archives. Boom, boom. What did I name this? What did I name this video? Oh, what did I name it? Vietnamese towel? Oh, it is. Oh, it's pressure washing. It was the pressure washing advertisement. That's what it started with. Now I remember. Oh, hey, there's some useful stuff in here. Check it out. Check it out. It's like I'm watching the Mona Lisa be painted. Here, okay, this was the... Yo, what? I don't know what I just pressed, but somehow I hit a hotkey that changed my stream view. Anyways, this is my... This was the one I was talking about, where it's got my face in the center, and then I'm surrounded by these. But this doesn't have the red yarn. So I think what happened is this an old version of it? Or is this what I ended up uploading? Now I can't remember. Did I end up getting rid of the yarn and I've been gaslighting you all this whole time? And there was never yarn? Or is it just a different video? Wait, is it a different video? Wait, I'm actually losing my mind a little now. Someone fact check me. Pull up the video feed. Artistic, true stylistic, different views with the lines of mystic, artistic. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I had the version without it. Hold up, gang. But see, I think I uploaded. I can't remember. I can't remember if I uploaded the one with or without thumbtacks and yarn. I think I did. I think it does, but I don't know if it looks like this. I feel like this is an unfinished one. Anyways, I struggled a lot with this, with the yarn. So maybe I just took it off. In hindsight, that might not even be the thumbnail, but I was definitely experimenting with it. First of all, it was actually incredibly hard getting it to look right. Realistic, not too tight, not too loose. That was my whole point of bringing this up, is like, it was so much more difficult than I thought it would be. And to get it to look natural. Like, in my opinion, this doesn't look very good. Like, it looks like a weird... It doesn't look like random enough. But it's tough because you need to have all the things that are in frame be connected to something. Because that's like the whole visual gimmick, is that you're seeing the pins and whatever. But then if you overdo it, it looks unnatural. So I don't know. It's a little tough, but I kind of like this with it being more spaced out. I think it'll be easier to actually do that. But yeah, I don't know. It's like... Maybe the pins, maybe it can have multiple pins of like this kind of deal going on, in and out of frame. Let me hide this text. Maybe we could have some like going behind some of them as well. And I could even add some to the background, I suppose. The stock paper footage. You know. This kind of shenanigans going on, maybe. I don't know, though. It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to get it to look right. Can't even lie to you. But I think that's... You know, I think that's better. I think that's better. I was gonna say they kind of all like they look like they're all flowing now. It's such a like they all have this same kind of arc to them. So I feel like now what I need is more variety, like some that are going kind of like straight up and down, or like at a more they're like all at the same kind of slope. It looks like I don't know how to describe it. Who's with me? Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Why do I have two of these? Guys, am I making sense? Autistic. This feels like it's coming along more now with these shapes. I enjoy these shapes more. I feel like that's something. I feel like that's a lot closer to what we want. Yeah. I kind of like that. There's more of them. It feels a little less it feels a little more random and arrhythmic. It feel like I'm looking at my second monitor where it's tinier. And like from afar, the yarn is noticeable, but it's not distracting me. Like the pattern of the yarn is not what I'm paying attention to. I can see the yarn even though it's small, so I'm getting that visual cue. But I also can see like the main features are the images, the photos, and then Zot, of course, in the center. And the background doesn't look distracting either. I could maybe do to like decrease the contrast a little bit. Now the question is the text. I think the text is perfect there. I think that's it. Like actually, I think I cleaned this up a little bit, this concept, and I think that's the thumbnail. Maybe probably add some more pictures in the background. It feels a little bit sparse, and there's probably more I could add. It'll be smaller on YouTube. No, I'm looking at my second monitor. It's as small as it would be on my phone, and I'm looking at it from like 2 feet away, 2.5 feet away. So it's small, and I can still see it clearly enough. And I have glasses, not contacts, which it's like a slight debuff to my vision stat. I think this is good. I think this is not to toot my own horn or anything, but guys, I think it's clickable. What do we think? You're clicking through YouTube, you're browsing. You see this. Even if you don't click, you're looking, right? It's grabbing your attention. I know it is. Tell me the truth now. Add the little push pins. I can make them flip, you know. I can flip them for some more variety. Don't feel like doing that right now. Hey, not to toot his trombone. Nice callback. Yo, Scraunch says that's fire. Yo, Gem says that's fire. Okay. Well, it must be fire then. And this isn't even, there's more finishing touches to do. So, well, obviously. I mean, he looks like he's having a stroke or something. I don't know. Half his face is a little saggy. Add some more pictures. Make not everything banana and nuts. Do some more with the text, like probably add some type of a shadow here or a glow maybe. Add a bit of a glow. We can even make the text slightly yellow, bananas and nuts vibe, or slightly red. I'm not a big fan. Like, this is like too bright for me, but I feel like this is too dark. Like, this is less bright, but now it's too dark. So I tend to enjoy these lighter colors, but then it's like at a certain point it's like this is pink. This is like a rosy pink. This is like not bad. But the full red is like, wow. It's a bit much. And the yellow, I don't think it works as well on this. It might just because of the bananas and nuts is all very yellow, but I think probably I'm not sure. What do we think? White or red? I like that it. I like that it. You it emojified the word muted. Uh, yeah, that's a 7TV emote. Um, make it more muted to be lighter. Okay, pros and cons, like, oh, look, another victim of the 7TV emotes. Um, red matches the Zot logo on a shirt. That could be a good or bad thing. There's a sort of a, I'm not really sure. There's a sort of harmony with it, the top and bottom. It kind of looks like top text, bottom text, which is like, again, I'm not really sure if that's a good or bad thing right here. White, I feel like white objectively looks better. Like I feel like it's more readable because the background's dark. So I kind of feel like the white is just like looks better, but the red obviously. Oh, just get rid of my color. Oh, there we go. The red is more emotive, you know? Red colors have emotions. And red has the more, it's scientifically proven that they use red in thumbnails to get people to click because it's like red draws you to action. So psychologically speaking, the red text probably sparks more emotion. But I do just feel like the white looks better right now on the dark background. I could make the background darker. And then if I make the background even darker, it might be that the red looks better against it because it's more readable. Okay, man. Come on now. Let's see. I don't know that. See, I feel like it gets too dark at a point. Hey, you know, I don't actually though. If I put more pictures in the background, I think it being like this dark probably looks better than how it was before actually. This was before. Yeah, I think the contrast makes everything stand out more. And you know, it's not like this background is important or conveying anything anyways. It's just placeholder. Now let's try this again. A little darker. Make it a little lighter. Hold on. This is bothering me. Can we get this out of here? Oh, you know what? Maybe the white looks good with the white shadow. But maybe the red is throwing me off because it would look better with a dark shadow instead of the white glow. Oh, wait, that might be it. That might have been it. Yo, check it out. Check it out. Red with dark shadow. white with light shadow. Both look good. I do think both look good. I have not saved this once, by the way. It's all gone if I get rid of it. Yeah, it's one of these two, but definitely I think red looks better with the dark shadow. I think I might be leaning more towards red now. Yeah, I think I'm preferring red now. But you know, I feel kind of like the Zot logo being red is just looking too much like a subtitle. So maybe I just make it goldenish, just more back to the original. And I could make his hoodie just an entirely different color so it still stands out on the hoodie, right? Okay, I don't feel like I'm going to do this later better, but just for examples, I make the hoodie a different color so I can keep the logo. I'll just make it like blue. Oh, and then blue, yeah, blue is even more contrast with the red and everything. Maybe. Maybe even desaturate a little bit. It's calling my name a little bit too much, and you know his shirt's not particularly important. Guys, maybe that's heat. I think that's heat. Compared to just 3 minutes ago. I think that's like it's almost there. Guys, close your eyes and then open them in a few seconds. Check it out. You almost forgot about the most classic trick in the book. Head slightly popping above the text. Are you kidding me? I mean, I don't think it actually looks that good. Or not like especially better. It might be the shadow from his head might be too much on the text. So maybe I just get rid of that and then the effect only looks like it looks better if it's actually overlapping, and it's like barely. It's like really not. But yeah. I still think it looks better than the outline going over his head for sure. So bang. Hey, good night, Scrunch. I'm glad you liked the thumbnail. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, and thanks for the sub. Thanks to everybody who's been listening to me yap all night. Okay. I'm going to use the restroom. Look, it's not even midnight yet. I can go till midnight. How about you guys? And girls and non-binaries. That felt derogatory. Saying non-binaries plural? I don't know. That felt weird. My apologies. Yeah. Okay, what was I saying? Sorry. I'm gonna use the restroom. I've got a wee. Mangoes in the chat. Any mangoes in the chat? I'm calling your name specifically. I'm gonna go pee. This thumbnail is almost fire. I'm gonna make it the actual final draft tomorrow, I guess. Before the afternoon, before the video goes up. And I'm gonna go use the bathroom. We'll be done with this, and we'll play some Bookworm to end out the night, I think. You requested it so many times. I think it's time for some bookworming. Okay, I'll be right back. I will save this and play some banana and nuts once I do so. Autistic. Choose ballistic. Different views, but the mind so mystic. Autistic. Hold on, I'm You know what I'm doing. Bro, nothing is... There we go. See you in a few minutes.
Banana and nuts. Banana and nuts. Banana and nuts. Stamina's up. Yes, stamina's up. I'm the banana and nuts. Banana and nuts. You're driving me banana and nuts. Hey, banana and nuts. and nuts. Stamina's up, yeah, stamina's up. I'm love banana and nuts. Banana and nuts. You're driving me banana and nuts. Yeah. You're driving me banana and nuts. Hard doing flips, yeah, it jams and it jumps. Mine trying to chill, but it scrambles and buzzes. Thinking about you till my bandwidth erupts. I love banana and nuts more than monks love calm, more than yogis love breath in the center palm, more than oceans love waves, more than bees love swarms, more than winter loves cold and the cold loves storms. I love banana and nuts more than monkeys do, more than parrots love gossip and jungle news, more than kids love screens when they're stuck indoors, more than wisdom loves depth when the truth explores. You got me spinning banana and nuts. My mind goes brrr like it's powered by flux. Try to meditate, boom, my focus erupts. Your energy pulls like magnetic cuts. But here's the code that the ancients taught. The fruit of desire grows wild when caught. Pleasure's cool, but the meaning's bought. When the love you give isn't tied to a plot. I'm peeling my layers, banana and nuts. Learning my triggers and soulful ruts. If love ain't free, then it's brittle as dust. So I build mine strong with a grounded trust. You're my teacher, banana and nuts. Making me breathe when emotions combust. Teaching me balance in moments abrupt. Turning my chaos to something robust. Life's gonna drive you banana and nuts. Till you learn how to soften the ifs and the buts. Till you learn how to zoom out, control the clutch, and steal your own meaning with mindful touching me. I'm vibing banana and nuts. Laughing at life when the pressure corrupts. If joy's a fruit, I'm filling my trucks. Handing out wisdom in goofy deluxe. Yeah. Banana and nuts. Banana and nuts. Stamina's up, yeah. I'm loving banana and nuts. Banana and nuts. You're driving me banana and nuts, yeah. Banana and nuts. Banana and nuts. Yeah, banana and nuts.
Nuts. My favorite part of the song, man. My favorite part. Okay, I've accidentally clicked on TV art screensaver Christmas decoration. So I guess, never mind. Christmas, what is it? TV art screensaver Christmas decoration. It doesn't even have audio. It's just AI. It's just AI generated, right? These are all, I think they're all AI generated backgrounds, and it's 3 hours of it, and there's no audio. Why are there most replayed sections? There are most replayed sections. As if like what? Oh, I gotta go back to this one. This is my favorite screensaver. Take a screenshot. It's an image. You don't pause the video. Like, actually, what do you mean? I don't know. I don't even know, man. Okay. Let's book our worms. Let's book our worms. It's been a minute. I wonder if I'm gonna be bad. I wonder if I'm gonna suck at bookworm. On the low. That familiar sound.
Welcome to Bookworm.
Oh, that familiar sound. Here we go. Oh, here's the last new stream thing that you haven't seen yet. Nice little background here, and then check it out. We get this going on. And now you have a background that's not just black bars. How about that? How about it? How about it? And the chat looks so much better. Check it out. Okay, what are we thinking? Should we do races? Should we do challenge, like attempt to get a certain word, or should I just continue the save file? The Jamal save file. I'm nervous, I can't lie. We've made it so far in the Jamal save file, and yet there's so far to go, apparently. It's like 100 levels, and then you get the prestige system. I think continue? Okay. Spell befuddled? No. Continue? Okay, looks like we need to play Bookworm. Teach you how to spell. Okay, we're continuing then. Everyone voted for it. Guys, am I mean to the chat too often? Be honest. I'm not sure about this board. Right off the bat. Right off the batski. Let's identify problem areas and try to eliminate them. We got a lot of vowels in a row on the bottom. A lot of kind of vowels generally in this blob shape as well. Not too many ugly letters. We have a V, a Y, and an X, and this Z is gold Z down here. But I actually don't even see, like, I'm actually looking for a word that's more than 3 letters, and I'm not even seeing. I mean, we could do Smosh. Any fans? Stash. Okay. Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. Bookworm baddies? Hello? Bookworm baddies? What level are we? 27? Okay, I think there's 50 then. But still, we're like barely over halfway. It's a long road. I tell you what. It's a long road to ascension. I just realized that these little bits at the bottom are meant to be the spines of books. Actually just realized that. I always just thought it was like decorative, and I was going to comment on like how it's interesting that each of them are different patterns. They're books. Below the letters. Come on now. Oh, I didn't mean to release my mouse, so that's okay. We will punt this burning letter out of here. And there's nothing super good. I am trying to get rid of this V. Not a fan of the V. Really not a fan of Qs. So if that's at all possible, I will get rid of that Q. Whoopsies. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't realize that until now either. I should have known everything's book themed. I love the art in this game, but like just the vibe. These like Greek pillars, but then it's curtains drawn back and it's like a library behind him. It's the character design is going crazy. Dude, I actually need help. I'm hoping that the chat is quiet because you're like secretly puzzling this one out right now for me. I'm actually struggling. Maybe I'll just have to go with 3-letter words just to get the train moving. I'll do Vim. I'll take a Vim. Ain't nothing wrong with a Vim. See, we got more, you know, vowels. We got like vowels in rows. This isn't really a row, but like, look at this vowel chain I can create. That's a crazy vowel train. I can make it one bigger. Look at this. Wait, is that max letters? Maximum letter vowel train. That's never a good sign. Salsa? You're kidding. Don't kid. Well, there's Asselsa. Am I missing? Or oh, the A above it. I was missing it. Dude. Fire pole. That was a good one. Okay, maybe you are locked in. Hit him with a quick noon. Hit him with a queen. Now the ball's rolling. Sorry, sorry, I picked the other vowel. You know, I should have done the U though. It's a less enjoyable vowel for sure. Nine? No. Oh, you know, I could do nan. And then hear me out. Loin, just to get rid of some of these letters. And we do have burning letters. I'll do T. Okay, wait. Okay, lock in. Leak. Okay, they keep lurer, and it's done. And it's done. Don't even stress. Don't even stress. Don't even stress it. Poop. Dude, what is with the vowel chunks? Wait, look at this. Wait. Look at this. I've almost got another maximum vowel train going on. I've got to clean that up. That's not good. There's no other way to put it. That is not good. But it's tricky because, like, how do I... Ooh, I wish I could do fauna. Oh, I can! Faune! Oh, my brain is unlocking new wrinkles from which to pull information. No, come on. That was actually probably the best possible move I could have done there. Like mathematically. We almost have quiet. No. Quiet. We could always take the qua route. Queen? Oh, yeah. How did I not see that? Double Z. Double Z, not great. Dizzy would be great, though. Dizzy would be... If I could... If I could lower the Z, I could get dizzy with a gold Y. Doff. Is there any word here? Is there any... Pizza. Pizza. Wait. No. Or... Am I missing? No. Oh, never mind, yeah. Close. Raz? I'm surprised that's a word. Wait, I might just do that. What? I'm surprised that counts. Well, that's good. We like that. Let me know if we see any opportunities for big words that we could set up. I'm always game for some big words. Razzmatazz? Yeah, what? Abbreviation for razzmatazz. And that's in the game? You're telling me that's in the game? But what wasn't? Boner or something? Yowie? I mean, come on. Still got vowel land over here. Trying to think of like multi-vowel words. That one was not good enough, clearly. Snop. Snunny. Snot. Okay. Future goal, Razzmatazz. Okay. Pitch. Close to pitch. Magic? Duct? Duct? Wait, does this interfere with magic? Ooh, magic's a gold. Wait, if we could lower it. If we could lower all of this, hold on. I could get magic with a double gold. That's gotta be possible. Can't do that because it'll lower the I. It needs to be these 3 columns or just these 2 columns, but not this column more than once. If that makes sense. And yet it's Vowel City, so I actually don't know if this is possible. This would make the A too low. Ippy. Kippy. Cupped. Not a word. I really want... I really want magic with the gold eye. Tip? No, I can't lower this one twice, right? I could lower this one twice. But then I still need to lower the other one. And I'm not sure... Yeah, this wouldn't really help me do that. Ip. It's not possible, is it? Unless maybe I get a different letter here. Pit. Yeah, that's the one. I can't... If I do it this way, it drops the M too low. If I do it this way, it drops the A too low. Either way, these... Well... Does it drop it too low if I do it this way? Yeah. Yeah, it still drops the M too low. And then I mainly need to drop this column to get the GIC like this. Good night, Mango. Thanks for hanging. I'm glad my bookworm lulled you to sleep. It's a soothing game, truly. It's a nice one to fall asleep to. Good night. Do foot and then get new letters in the middle. Foot. Drops M too much though. I think it's like not possible because I'd have to drop the M and then the M gets away from the A. Like there's no other way I can get letters in here. So I think we just have to give up on it. I think I need to lay my dreams to rest. If only... Oh! I was about to say if only Doit was a word. But it drops the I, which we don't want. So again, I'm not sure it helps. But I'll do it anyways. Do it anyways. Just for fun. Ooh, I want trap. I'll wait one turn. No, the M isn't being used. I guess I was ignoring it because I don't really want to waste it, but I guess it's not a waste if I'm using it to get something better. But I'm also not sure if it mix is the only thing. That would work, but I'd have to lower the M and A again. It would get the G where it needs to be, the G and the C. Ump. Would that work? Then I'd have to lower the M. This would get the G and the C where they need to be. It would get the A too low, though. And come isn't a word. Oh, I can't. Yeah, the C doesn't work anyways, so. I guess mix could work. But it's not a full solution because I still need to get the I still need to lower the other stuff then. I don't know. I don't freaking know, man. Well, and I might not even have the G that much longer, so if only we had an A for yearn. Per ray. Your. What's the best move here? Yelp? Wait, that was kind of. Okay, well now the R is surrounded by consonants. And like I could do key and then maybe nope, more consonants. More consonants. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do magic so we don't waste it. Might as well. We'll hit one of these, and then we'll hit one of, we'll get in a rut, and then we'll hit a little bit of a Doug. No. Let me see if there's something smarter. Oh, we'll have a DUI. Rapid eye movement. We're hitting the acronyms right now. Nil. Ooh. I feel like there's a good word. Mort. Mort. Like from, Penguins of Madagascar. And then tie. And it's still going. And it's still going. Lore. And we've gotten 2 on that one. Cow. And it's still going. We're going to go with fads, though. And it's still going. But we are going to hit a quick Maxi. We did it. Hey, we did it. And you know what? It hit midnight. But look at this. Check this out. Make the word mix for bonus points. Check this out. Hello. Hello there. Let's just take a generic word like layer. Okay, a 4-letter, layers even. A nice little, well, I'll do this, by the way. This is a good word. A nice 5-letter word. Only 1,700 points. I hit this mix really quick with 2 golds and the bonus word. 4,500 points. Wait, that's a 10,000 bonus for that? That has to, like, stack. That has to stack with the fact that there was gold letters in it. There's no way you just get 10,000 points for every one, because I got to be doing these more, if that's the case. I have to be doing them way more if that's the case. That was a huge bonus points. Okay, now look, no burning letters. That's a sexy board. There's bonus letters all over the place. I mean, it'd be hard not to make a match with one of them. And so with that said, I'm going to stop for the night. I know it wasn't very long, but, you know, it is past midnight now, and I got to work on my, got to finish up that thumbnail tomorrow and all that so that the video goes live. And everyone's going to bed. And you know what? That's good. Go on and get some sleep. Or don't if you don't want to. That's cool too. I also got to do, you know, other things like putting away a stack of like 10 CDs that are on the floor. So I got a little work ahead of me yet. But thanks for everybody who's still hanging out. Thanks for watching. This was quite a yapping stream. Truly just chatting. Talked about various albums that I own, uh, every track in How to Be a Human Being by Glass Animals, the car radio stereo system that I built. What a time. Yo, popping in to say hello. The stream is ending. Sorry. You just missed it. But how's it going? Oh, look, well, I'll stay around. I'll hang around and chat just a little longer. Just for you. See, now I feel bad. But look, once the video, what am I saying? Once the stream ends, you can watch the VOD and pretend like it's all happening live. And it's pretty much just as good. It's pretty much. It's the same. Look, it was a funny one. There were some good stories in there. It'll make for a good like podcast type of deal. If you want some background noise, if you want something to just give a casual listen. It was a lot of stories in tonight's stream. It was a good one for that. You don't even need to watch it all, really, truly. What did I do? Truly just chitter chattering. Well, okay. The point of the stream was that I was gonna work on the thumbnail for the upcoming upload, which I did do eventually. But it got very off track at the very start because someone asked to see. I was talking about the chat, the new chat look of the chat here in the corner, and I was talking about how it was a little hard to read when this light was on and against my CDs in the background. And then somebody said, "Yo, let's look at your CD collection." So then I spent like the next hour doing that, and then we got on to talking about specific other songs and albums and stuff. And so yeah, like a majority of it was just me chatting with chat. So it was a nice little conversation. And then I did work on the thumbnail, and then we just played some Bookworm, just a tiny bit of Bookworm to round out the night. But yeah, that was the stream. So I'll end for real now. Thanks everybody for chatting, hanging, indulging in my many musical albums back there. And I will see you tomorrow. Oh, and thanks for I don't know if anybody's still here that subbed or gifted subs. Major thank you, of course. You never have to do it, but I appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you for the video. I'll see you for the upload tomorrow. Should be tomorrow afternoon, unless a major crisis occurs. I'll see you then. Good night, all. Good night, all. Stay warm and cozy. Stay warm and cozy. Bye now. Bye now. Have a good night now. See you later now. Bye now.